Greetings, gamer! Well, listen, you can never have too many good tactics, just like you can never have too many good games set in the Alien universe. Aliens Dark Descent was released, literally yesterday, aiming to be both a horror and a tactical game. Whether it succeeded or not, that's a big question. Users and the press rushed to answer it. Reviews ranged from praise to lukewarm, especially in the beginning. They tried to take the best from tactical genre representatives while adding their own twist compared to XCOM. Surprisingly, they decided to compete in real time instead of the usual turn-based mode. The atmosphere of the Aliens is also well felt when they incorporate elements from the source material into the game. The technical state of the game is decent, but it would have been better if the horror aspect was equally successful. It's hard to convey when the player is not only separated from jump scares by the monitor but also by tactical distance and the broad backs of space marines. And the most interesting part is that the loading screen is seen by the player almost as often as the menacing faces of xenomorphs. Trust me, you'll quickly stop being afraid here. Well, while all the games compete for sales records on Steam, here comes a low-polygon Minecraft-like imitation of Battlefield, BattleBeat. It's still in early access, but reviews are pouring in and surpassing even giants like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 and Cyberpunk in terms of revenue. Hey, even Starfield seems shaken among the paid projects. But in the free segment, it's only overshadowed by the invincible Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. So don't judge it solely based on its simple graphics. Thanks to this game, we can enjoy a destructible environment that recreates the atmosphere of Battlefield, Bad Company 2. Although, after 2 destructions, such an environment has become so rare that no one has seen it on the server anymore. And the server can accommodate up to 254 players if it has good performance and tick rate. Yes, over time, players will start to disperse, thinning out the online community of this server. Let's see how many brave souls will remain in the end. And here comes the Cyberpunk update. Not some fancy Liberty expansion, just a good old patch. But check this out, it's available for all platforms and brings a bunch of useful fixes along. First and foremost, the missions now work without those annoying bugs. For instance, in the Dark Alley quest, you can peacefully take down the cops instead of dealing with those clever officers who decided to skip their duty. And yes, the programmers have come up with a way to protect the bots from players' merciless treatment or, as they call it, Mura. Also, in the audience mission, players won't be left in radio silence if they decide to back out at the last moment. And what to do in such a situation? Well, of course, apply the patch and get all the fixes that come with this marvelous update. Now, the interface, graphics, and open world work better than ever. And finally, the developers have said yes to mods. That's it, now all that's left is to wait as if time stood still, while we enjoy the enhanced Cyberpunk experience. But even before Phantom Liberty reaches us, Baldur's Gate 3 will be released. And to keep ourselves entertained and get a sneak peek into the game's world, we can play the mini prequels released by the developers. Blood and Baldur's Gate is a browser-based detective game, with events unfolding 15 years before the main game. In this game, a murder has occurred, and the task is to solve it, not alone but together with the entire community and players. The city map is open for exploration to search for clues and suspects, although some locations remain hidden. The order of unlocking these locations is determined by the community through daily voting. The investigation will last for a total of 34 days, after which we'll find out just how good of an idea it was to search for the killer as a crowd. The creators of the shooter game featuring a battle mage in Immortals of Aveum were so inspired by the feedback from gamers and journalists that they decided to host a real summer show. They gathered the entire audience to witness their reaction to the game. The authors realized that their project is a true marvel deserving the best realization. Therefore, they made the decision to spend a few more weeks on improvements and move the release date from July 20th to August 22nd. But will they be able to achieve perfect quality? Let's observe how they manage to capture the hearts of gamers on all gaming platforms. And with that, I'm done. Thank you for your attention. Until we meet again.